Hi, I'm Joe Kurtenbach with American Rifleman, and today we're looking at the newest offering from Walther Arms. It's the 9mm Creed. Now, Walther Arms has made a splash recently with their polymer frame pistols. They were a little bit late to the game, but guns like the PPQ and the PPS M2, they've really been well received thanks to their ergonomics, their quality of manufacture, and their accuracy. The Creed hopes to follow that tradition. Now, this is a full-size, kind of duty-size pistol. It has a 4-inch barrel. The overall dimensions are 7.3 inches long and 5.6 inches tall. It's a hammer-fired semi-automatic design, but it has kind of an interesting action. Here we have a cleared gun. Basically, what Walther is saying is that this is a pre-cocked double-action design. Now, that seems like kind of a misnomer because if it's pre-cocked, you would think that the trigger releasing the hammer would make it a single action. But from what I can tell, the firing mechanism is probably about 90% pre-cocked because that first trigger pull is very smooth. You can see it has kind of a bobbed hammer here, so it's really not going to snag on anything. But with very little pressure, they say it's about 6.5 pounds trigger pull, but it feels much smoother because it is mostly pre-cocked. Just a little bit of pressure releases that trigger, and then of course the action of the slide recocks that hammer most of the way. Overall, it makes for a very smooth, crisp trigger pull. I will say though that the reset is a little bit longer than I expect. When shooting multiple times, you really have to let that trigger out a little bit further than you might with other pistol designs. Some of the other features of this gun, it does ship with two 16-round capacity magazines. So again, we're seeing that kind of full-size, duty-size, all-purpose pistol design. There are plenty of capacity in the magazines. Vertical and horizontal texturing in it, but it really, that kind of cross-directional design really is effective at helping anchor the gun in the hand. And as well, of course, another thing Walther is known for is contouring this grip frame to really fit the hand. As far as controls go, you'll see that the magazine release, it's pretty sizable. It is really a big release button here. It works great though, and it does take positive pressure to release it, so no real danger of accidentally dropping a magazine. We also have the slide stop and release and the takedown lever. You can see both of these controls are very low profile. They're really melted into the frame and the slide here so as to not snag or interfere with draw or reholstering. Looking at the sights, we have a 3 white dot configuration, and the rear sight is actually screw adjustable for windage. On the dust cover of the polymer frame, there's also a 2-slot accessory rail. Now, maybe the most interesting feature about the Creed, we talked about some of those other Walther polymer frame pistols that have really been well received, but they have been a little bit on the pricey side, or at least for their category, up towards the higher end. Now, you're getting great values out of the guns, but they may not be affordable for the average consumer. The Creed, on the other hand, has a suggested retail price of under $400. So for someone looking for a all-purpose or home defense pistol in 9mm, the Walther Creed may be a very serious option. So again, all of the quality and a lot of the features we've come to expect from Walther, the Ulm, Germany company, but at a price that everyone can afford. For more, go to waltherarms.com.